Hey, what's up, everybody? Today's going to be a little bit more. It's not really a class. I'm just going to be jamming on the intro for the animation dojo. So, yeah, let's just get right to it. So, yeah, I have this like Jim Kelly style character. Like, I'm a big fan of black exploitation, so I think it's just I don't know proper that I use something like this. And this character is doing a simple like karate stance, just doing something like sweet. So hold on. Yeah, that was Gene Kelly's ki. Sweet. So I have like the rough animation of what I want to go already said, and this was like around, I don't know, like an hour of work, maybe 2 hours. I don't remember. But now what I'm doing is using this frame I use first to start placing like the details of the character. Like, I'm not working from a model sheet because this is a character I designed like years ago. But normally when you go with a character that's a little bit more complicated, at least here the details is like the muscle structure and all that. Uh, it's good for you to create a model sheet, especially if you're working amongst a group of people. So everybody knows how the character looks, so you can keep consistency and keep the character on model. So yeah, let's get to work. So I'm placing this here. I have the onion skin on, which really helps to show you. Hey, what's up, Luke? How you doing, bro? Like, it really helps you with where the character is coming and where he's going. But normally, if you animate only with the onion skin, you're gonna get a lot of your animation will tend to look stiff. So keep that in mind, dude. Like, get to animating, man. Like, I'm all for people putting their stuff out there. So yeah, so you see, like, there's a little change in the volume of the chest from the original framework to now finally like all the muscle groups. You see, like, the chest is a little bit bigger here. So I'm gonna need the onion skin to know what's happening here. So let's turn this on. So you see the line, the center of the chest is moving. So here, I think I'm gonna need a little bit, like, place it over here. And you see, whatever you shift volume, you have to make it gain volume so it stays like the volumes to stay proper, and you don't have like stuff growing, growing and shrinking on the page. Hey, what's up, Fanta? Dude, long time no see, girl. How you doing? We're gonna. Oh, yeah, dude. Let me see them. Let me see them, dude. Like, I'm trying to make this something that's gonna be like regular. So let's see who picks it up. Like, for example, here I want the hip to turn. As you see, like, the line of the abs, they start to turn. See, you get the line going here, and then it goes, and it's moving. So here, I think I want to make like the hips reach the torso. So coming from behind always when you're doing like ellipses, it's a good idea to start from behind and come up front. It'll give you more like, will help you with the three-dimensionality. Like, if you only start like this, like, you might, you know, uh, screw up the circumference. So this is not a perfect circle here. So he has a little like belt buckle thing that's gonna move to the side a bit. So here it's coming from behind in the front. When you clean it up, when you clean up the drawings, then like you only use the lines you need, but you have a clear guide of where you want things to go. So here we have 1, 2, 3. Ab. No, this ab is too short. Get this. Here, the shoulder starts dipping a bit. So we get, so that will pull the deltoid down. Get a little bit of the bicep. And this, like, I had the hand like stretch all the way out here. It shouldn't be that far. You should start like dipping. So like you can go and just do it, like draw over it. But I for one, this is a moment where you shouldn't be like married to your drawings. Like be ready to get rid of them or change them completely. So in this case, I need the hand a little bit down because the arm is starting to dip as he's getting ready to like project the fist outward. So we get this here. All right. We're losing volume here, so better. See, always the best way to control the volume of stuff is check out where you put the first line compared to the last drawing. So you see it's moving a bit, so it should gain a bit on this side, and that way you should like. Let me show you like this. It's more apparent. So you see, you gain a little space here, you lose a little space here. That way you can keep like a coherent relationship between drawing to drawing, and your character will not like shrink and grow as the animation progresses. Like that's failure right there. So be on the lookout for that. As we get to cleanup, I'm going to explain a little bit of more cleanup before the cleanup class. I'm not that good at cleanup. Like animators should not be jack of all trades, especially in big productions. Like you should always like get really good at one thing. But my animation upbringing brought me into that reality. Like I had to do everything. So I don't think that I'm good at everything, but I can do everything. I'm not a specialist. So that's something to keep in mind as you take the classes. Like your goal is to surpass me. Not that that will be difficult. I don't know. More than likely, it wouldn't be. I've met so many great artists online. Like it's just I get hang-ups sometimes. I was like, ooh, that guy's good. Which is nice. Is that forces me to be better myself. So that's the kind of environment I want to encourage here. So I'm not drawing the eyes. You see, from like you got the eyes here as he brings it down. I'm not doing the eyes for a simple reason. Like that's gonna be all in shadows, and shadows are always done in a different layer. But since this is the rough animation, and I don't want to get confused, I'm gonna just draw it in, just for the sake of illustration here. Yeah. And as I said in other videos, like this is a moment to be like really fast, really rough. Because what you want to capture is like the fluidity of the movement. If you try to like be too pristine with your drawings or too precious with them, yeah. If you try to like be really pristine with your drawings from the get-go, the possibilities of your animation being stiff, like dude, grow up exponentially. Hell yeah, Luke. Yeah, steel sharpens steel, man. That's a motto to die by, and to live by too. We don't have to die. There's no need to get like old doomy. So here he is pressing his hands against his afro. So I'm trying to basically show the malleability of the afro as the hands like See, so it starts like ballooning up a bit. Let's see it from drawing to drawing. Let's check for fluidity here. Let's go back. Okay. You see, what I'm doing here, it's something that in animation is called a moving hold. Because he's really not changing his pose that much, but he's creating like the tension. So when he's creating the tension, so when he goes from this pose to this pose, it would be like ever much so violent. A great example of a moving hold would be in the Jungle Book, the good one, not the live action one, where Shere Khan is interrogating the snake. He like leans into to listen. Like he has a really pose, like the pose of like just cocking his head to the side and listening. Like a normal production, like restricted by budget, will keep it at that. But in that movie, he just keeps going up ever so slightly, and the drawings are really close one to another, and it just adds to the action that he's paying attention to him in a menacing way. Like, dude, that the Jungle Book is, I mean, any Disney movie from that era is just like a plethora of things to do as an animator. Those days are gone now. So here we go. We get this. Okay. So I don't like, I don't like how it goes from 16 to 19. I like it, but this I don't like. So let's fix it. So using the onion skin, you see, let me get this close. This is the cool thing about. That's why I like advise that you get like a software an animation software instead of doing Photoshop and whatnot, because you don't have this kind of tools, right? Like for example, here I can see where it's coming and where it's going. So let me just go like, for example, the nose. You have the tip of the nose here and the tip of the nose here. Here, the animation is pretty even, so I think the tip of the nose would be like somewhere around here. Let me just erase. And as you see, like when you're animating, it's perfectly fine. Oh yeah, dude. Well, no, but Tailspin was a TV animation. It was superb, but it's another era that we will go into. Like in one of the jams, like we'll go to eras of animation. Uh, the whole Robin Hood, it's a feature film. It's one of the first film that started to stop using ink and using Xerox like copies for painted cells. So basically, they will uh, print the copies on the Xerox, the cells on the Xerox, the pencils, and then they'll paint behind them instead of doing like grabbing like the animated paper, put a cell on, and just ink on top of it. So that gave those movies a very distinctive look, and it's awesome. 101 Dalmatians use that too. By the time we get to Tailspin, the animated series, we're talking about animation of the 90s, which is another fascinating era of animation because it was basically a renaissance, starting with Mighty Mouse by Ralph Bakshi, the great Ralph Bakshi. He started Mighty Mouse in '89, and then like every studio's like, wait, we can have fun with animation? And dude, like you got like all the Disney like DuckTales, Tailspin, in the DuckTales, Tailspin, Darkwing Duck. From other studios, you get like Ed, Ed and Eddie, freaking Cow and Chicken. I Am Weasel. Like everybody was having a lot of fun with animation. Though the problem is that they didn't sell that many toys, so that was the death of it. Is then Ben 10 came about. See, I got distracted, and I'm missing like that. Here's the shin, so we should find the shin here. Like for example, we're talking about Tailspin. Yeah, like those toys were really hard to market. Like kids like kids were not really eager to buy like a I am Whistle toy, for example. It was more for like adults. But when like Ben 10 came about, then it's like, oh, that's how you make money with feature, and then everybody wanted to be Ben 10, and that was basically like the end. Even though Ben 10 was very successful, like it's just if you remember the shows of that time, like Megas XLR, Symbiotic Titan, Samurai Jack, like it was really hard to market as toys for kids. Like Aku, as great of as a character design it was, the toy was scary. I loved it. Like I remember I had like a miniature Aku for my McDonald's Happy Meal. Yeah, that was very weird. Me and like a 40 something year old buying a Happy Meal just to get an Aku figure, but hey, you do what you got to do, right? So yeah. So we got yeah, that this looks so much, but yeah, this is a lot better. Okay, so now we got this. Okay, this line here, it dips too much. So you see, I'm like checking for volume, just not to address that problem later. Okay, so here he's dipping more, so now we're gonna get the chest moving down a bit. Maybe less perceptive, like around here. So you see the change in direction? Okay. Whoops. That will give us this. You see, take from here, give it over here. Basic rule of thumb. Maybe we can keep the head going in this direction. Right, you see it was dipping. It was dipping on like a downward into to the right. Let's keep that motion as make like the chest lead the action. And that would look like something like this. Maybe less movement, like maybe ever so slightly down here. Look at the nose, the lips, the bottom of the lip. Got this. All right. All right. Yeah, here we go. So let's look at the deltoid dipping down here. Okay. You see, like when I did the rough, the hand is all way out here in the boondocks. Like we don't need that there. So you know what? Maybe if I change the color of the underdrawing, like you can see it better. But like let's give it a little bit of a purplish tinge there. Yeah, that would be better. Yeah, you guys can see that better. Okay, let me know if I'm nuts. So okay, so we're taking from here. I'm gonna give it here. Trying to give the consistency of the thickness. Okay. This hand is also way out there. It should be something around here. So let's start with the hand. Okay. Just gonna go down. This deltoid is actually going up a bit, so. Okay, good. So let's bring this line in a bit because he's starting to lean into the final pose. So here we got. He starts like arcing his back a bit. Yeah. So arcing his back a bit. Like you got like this torso bending, and then he reaches. Like then I'm gonna exaggerate this arc. So yeah, this is gonna change the pose dramatically, and it's just an idea I got. So that's what I mean to like keep yourself open to ideas as they come up, and don't marry yourself to your drawings. As I said, like you're not in a studio environment, and you're not like tied down by a storyboard or a post sheet. And even if you are, like sometimes like poses will come up that will allow you to plus the action or plus the yeah the term plussing, like adding to the intent. So like you'll stuff like that at some point, like you might have to discuss it with the director, but I ain't got no bosses around here, so I do what I want. Sorry. Okay, a little bit more fro. Okay. Hmm. Okay, so here, almost ready. So if it's gonna be dipping, let's exaggerate the dip and the curvature here. That will force us to do something that looks like this. The chest is gonna go here. Okay, so at this point, I'm not giving it that much space from here because the chest is like turning. Sorry, the chest is like turning to the to see like more of a lateral view of the torso. So that will like and to accentuate that effect, then you'll see less of the lat around here. You see like losing space. That's because the lat is going behind the torso. So keep that in mind, and it's all in like keeping three-dimensionality. That's why like calling classical animation 2D, it's not really accurate. But I mean, everybody calls it that way. Like I'm not gonna be like a grammar Nazi about it. But no, like you were paying attention to three-dimensionality if you're doing it properly, that is. But yeah, everybody calls it 2D, so I don't want to be a revolutionary about it. It's just a thing. We got here a little bit of deltoid. Okay. So actually, I just want to find the line and then I'm going to erase it just to place it properly. So at this point, the head is going to start turning. So we're going to have something like that looks like this. So we don't need this line over here. All right. See, and that's the thing. Like sometimes you're gonna use lines just as guides, and you're gonna get rid of them later. So, what as much as you need for your underdrawing, use all the tools at your disposal to, you know, make life easier for you. Okay, so I think this is gaining volume, too much volume here. Yeah, this is getting too much volume. This shouldn't be here. Unless it straightens up. So let's start bringing it down like this a bit. All right, this line is confusing me. Okay, there we go. Now we're talking. So I was looking at the tip of the elbow, so that's why I got. Okay, that looks a lot better. It does need. It still doesn't. Still needs some work, but that's manageable for now. Okay. Here the hand. Now this position is gonna be jittery. You can see. Looking at the position of the hand. 1, 2, 3, 4. This goes up. Makes no sense. Makes no sense at all. So see, that's the thing. Like you draw fast to give fluidity, and then you'll see what craziness you created, and then you correct it. That's usually it's a back and forth thing that you need to, you know, keep in mind when you're doing this stuff. There you go. That's good. This is okay. This is good. Let's call this good. Okay. Okay. Let me know that rock. Hey, what's up, Roy? You let me know the rock theme is getting on your nerves. I'm trying to ignore it now. This feels like the theme song for Saved by the Bell or something stupid like that. Okay, this line, this is too thick. Let's fix that. Okay, space should be like around here. Now it's moving better. Like you see, I'm concentrating on the width of the belt buckle here. Okay, so okay, let's fix the underdrawing here because it's not really working for me. There you go. I need something more of a bendy look here. So the chest is always leading the action, remember, so. Oh. The rock music? Yeah. Count yourself blessed. All right, so here we go. That's a better underdrawing. Let's get rid of this line. This is just confusing. It's starting to come up front. Like you see, like always, like don't get lost in the one drawing. Don't don't get lost in the one drawing you're doing. Always try to keep context. So like working a couple of drawings and then see, okay, where are we going? That way you don't get like lost in the. You see, we're like 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 drawings until the switch. Okay. Yeah. Nice. Okay. Okay, there's a little bit of jittering here with the muscle, with this line here. It's something that needs to be fixed. See, it like goes down, pops up, pops down, pops up. So yeah, this line here is wrong. Should be around here. See, that's the thing with volume, and I mean that's a mistake I caught. But then you see like what happens in your animation, like it starts trembling. You see, this is smoother. Once you get to the cleanup stage, then you're really checking on the volumes, and then like trying to make your animation as smoother as possible. But stuff like that, like the line I caught here, can be very confusing when you're doing cleanup. So try to do like rough passes of volume of the volumes of your character, and that way your cleanup will not be that much of a headache. All right? So yeah, there we go. There you go. That's better. It's a lot better. I'm looking at this line over here. Let's look at the other line of the chest. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. This line should be more like around here. Yeah, that's better. Ooh, that's smooth. Okay. 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 Okay, so we got. So here we start seeing this happen. Wait, let me see. Where are we going? No, he goes all the way to the back, so we should exaggerate more the turning of the abs. So yeah, this line is wrong. Should be going more to the side there. So you see, there's always going to be an element. Nice. Nice. Thank you, Roy. Yeah. Yeah, I appreciate that, man. So yeah, we got this. Okay, so we shouldn't see that much of this muscle over here. Okay. Good. So you see, like, yeah, like I'm. It's more about getting known. Like, I've noticed that this internet environment, uh, job opportunities and whatnot come from the least expected uh, places you might think. So everything is appreciated, man. So thanks. Yeah. Maybe get a shout out, maybe a job opportunity. Who knows? It's all good. So we get this here. It's coming. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Yield starts to dip down a bit, but not much. So here we got the nose dipping a bit, not too much. I mean, the thing is like the position of the head is helping me to get the position of the nose, like the shape of the nose, and that will help you for a little while. And then when you like shift the position of the head, then you go back to your model sheet, or if you practice the character properly, like you can intuitively find like to keep it on model. But yeah, when in doubt, always go to your model sheet. So go here. Okay, so he's starting to like stand his hands. His throw is kind of following along. Hmm, good. Oh, yeah. Hmm. Okay, let me see. Can you guys see this? Okay. Okay, so I think I'm gonna take it as far as the oops, the first settling on this position when you get the throw. Because I'm getting kind of hungry, but yeah, I'll be maybe I'll stream again on Saturday. I don't know how many people are interested in watching me work, but the new class is gonna be on Thursdays as always. Yeah, and it's gonna be the jump, which we didn't do. Like I went to the diver and board because I think it's like a more challenging exercise. But the simple jump is always good. So maybe we'll do like a jump in perspective. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I'm gonna work on that during the weekend so I can have it ready for Thursday. And probably I will stream more about this jam on Saturday. But let's see where it takes us. There we go. There we go. Okay. This line should be closer and close down like this. Hmm. Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. I'm here for the long run, man. Like I'm really planning on doing like I thought it would be more difficult for me to teach in another language. That was the only thing that was keeping me from starting the channel any sooner. Like like I can talk, shop with people and whatnot, but teaching something, I don't know, it's a little bit more. challenging because you really want to be understood. And the fact that Spanish is my first language always kept me like at bay. I was like, oh, should I start it? Like, is my English that good? I don't know, but I took the plunge, so now I'm here. Uh, so I'm gonna be here as long as you guys have me, I guess. Okay. So maybe make the hand dip a bit here. Okay, using the selection tool to bring the hand down to have more of a reference for where I want this hand. Should be here. Okay. Get the nose. The head is actually tilting more, so the eyebrows are just like invading the space. I mean, we'll see a little bit of the fro here. There we go. Okay. Okay. There's something I need to check here. Yeah. The volume of the hand is all over the place. That's something I have to fix eventually. But yeah. Yeah, maybe in the next jam I'll show you how to do that. Because like once you got everything down, then you can do a pass on specific things that are like problem areas. But right now we're doing like a more general pass of everything. So let's just keep chugging along here. But yeah, this hand over here, this is a problem right now. Okay, so we got this. And you see, like, that's the thing that need to get rid of, like achieving perfection. For example, I saw something here that's going to change what I've done with the hand so far. Because the hands are turning here. You see, like, there's a little bit of a twist of the hand. Like, it was like this, and start doing like this. So maybe I'll take a note from drawing number 33 over here and change maybe the hands from drawing 25 and on all the way up to 23. So that's something to keep in mind, because here we're seeing something that's more akin to this. But let's see where the hands are. Yeah. Yeah, I see. Okay. So we got this going on. The forearm is going to be in front of the bicep and tricep here. Okay. Mhm. At the top of the fro here. No, the top of the fro is here. So you see, like it's very abrupt. So we get the eyebrows here. He's keeping his eyes closed, right? So let's see if this pays off. If not, I'll change the eyes. Just getting an idea here. He's taking like a little bit of air, getting ready to shout his key eye. He looks a little bit like Squidward. I don't know. I always found that Squidward design funny because he looks like a friend of mine, but use as many lines as you need to find the shape you're looking for. As I said, like, you can always clean it up later. So, okay, so we get this. I think this head is too big. So let's, yeah. In the old pencil and paper days, like yeah, you should have like you could have erased. You'll have to like erase and redraw, but here like it's one of the benefits you get with the technology. Yeah, yeah, handsome Squidward. Actually, that's how they called my friend, handsome Squidward, because he's like the singer in a band, but he has like this like that square face of Squidward, but he's not an ugly dude. But yeah, the things like in Spanish, Squidward's name is funnier because it's Calamardo. I don't know that word. It's funnier to me because it's basically fixing the. It's mixing the word squid with a bitter person, like amargado. So calamardo. It's just yeah. There we go. So should I continue here or fix the hand? Let's do the rotation of the hands. So we get this. We're gonna need the onion skin. So erase the hands. You see how big the hands and how far away they were? So let's do. Oops. Maybe make it more dramatic. So let's play with the poses. Okay, so we got. Hmm. Wait. Yeah, I got confused. It happens. There you go. Yeah. I put the thumb in the wrong place. This is embarrassing. Okay. Okay, so let's erase this. Okay. Uh-huh. Okay, so let's start with the yeah, turning ever so slightly. Yeah. This is basically called an onion skin. So if you were doing this like completely analogically, it would be like a light box basically. So you put your first drawing on top of the your previous drawing underneath the drawing you're working on, and then you put the drawing that's after, and then you'll flip it. So it would be look something like this. You go like right, and then you start like placing the lines, or you just turn on the light box and see where everything is. The problem with working like with the light box like at all times, your drawings end up looking stiff for some reason. So I you always have to you know like to shift from one to the other as a rule of thumb. So okay, so you can't really see the thumb, so he's gonna like flex his fingers a bit. Yeah, see how that looks? Nice. Actually, it could be a little bit more, get a little bit more of that action because it's not like imperceptible, but maybe here he's still like in this position, but like opening his fingers a bit. Something that looks like this, like yeah, yeah. Stop motion is very unforgiving art form, Roy. Like I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. It's just so many things can go wrong. Is okay. There we go. So this is gonna be the last drawing for tonight. Actually no, we're gonna do this. So if you can see here, we shift to drawings on ones. Like we've been going on drawing on two. So basically one drawing, 2 frames of exposure. So that'll give you like heavy. You can make it fluid, but extra fluid motion is always done on ones. Like here, for example. So what I'm doing is distorting the character to make like a blur thing. That actually that's how you do blurring. That how you usually do blurring in animation. Like right now, it's just an effect, but here you have control over what's blurred. So I keep on using it because I think it makes your animation better. So you got here. Let's see his face. And he's going here. Okay. You know what? I don't like this position of the head here. Let's get rid of it. We can do this better. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, the thing is that when you do it professionally, like you make your set, you light it, and that set has to look the same for months or however much time it will take for you to do the scene. So if you like burn a light bulb or somebody like drops a light, then you that will be perceptible on screen. So that's why it's so like stressful. Like if you see some of like Ray Harryhausen's like amazing animation on Jason on the Argonaut, you can see a little bit of shift in the lighting with the especially in this the skeleton sequence. It's awesome to look at, but you can see like ooh, there's a little like jump on the light there. Maybe somebody like kicked the light on the set. Like and then if you go to like the Nightmare Before Christmas, then yeah, that's so you see we got the head here and we got the head here. So let's do position like around here. Okay, and why am I choosing this position here? Like basically I'm making it closer to the last position to it's just in order to make this movement so much faster, right? Because it's like an explosive and we don't get to see that much of the head, but you see a lot more neck. Let's get rid of the onion skin. See what we're doing here. Okay. All right. So this is the shape of the head we want. What will happen to the afro? Okay, so the afro is here, so we should. So since the afro is following the action, the movement of the head, we're gonna put the afro closer to the prior drawing. That way we have like that effect that the afro is following the movement of the head. Are little things that might look imperceptible, but when you see it in context, it makes a world of difference. Okay, so now we can go into okay, so we get this. You see, I'm adding more lines, more akin to where the fist is coming, and to finish it, I need to go where the fist is going, which is right here. So let's get rid of this line. This is not going to work for us. Okay, so we get this. We get the position of the fist always a little bit. Maybe something like this. So you get like the blur of the fingers going down. A little bit of the thumb. I know that this looks like just lines, but yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. The volume camera they use in the Mandalorian. I don't know. Like the thing is, like stop motion has become like such a niche uh, art form. Like I think there are very few studios that are doing it professionally. Like, and the only one that comes to mind is Artman, and those guys are just awesome. But so you see, So you see what I'm doing? Like I'm looking at the position of the fingers here, and the position of the fingers over here, and then the blur. It's bringing. See, I hope this is making any sense because I mean, whenever I do this kind of like stuff with clients, like, hey, what's that drawing? Like, dude, look at everything in context, and it will make a lot more sense. Yeah, I need to see like the musculature here. So okay, we got this, we got this, we got this, we got this here. He's basically opening his legs a bit, so he's about to go lower. I mean, we can't see it because it's off camera, but I mean, when I was doing like the character studies for this animation, I was watching like kung fu videos, and yeah, so like that thing where they like plant their foot on the ground. Yeah, actually, one of the exercises I have planned where people like are ready. It's doing a karate kata called Heian Shodan, and just pick like one sequence, one of the like sequence moves, like not the whole thing because that will take forever, but just a couple of moves from the Heian Shodan and just animate it. Yeah, yeah. I've been watching like a lot of people who are doing like animation classes, and mostly are doing like that, like cut out like modern animation classes, which is cool. I'm not bashing it, but it's not really it's not really paying attention to how it was done old school. Like I want to preserve that, you know. Dude, like studying animation in 2000. Yeah, I mean, taking the animation classes, like going to animation school in 2002, actually. Wow, it's a long time ago. Really changed my life, man. Like, I was in a completely different path, and yeah, I found my tribe of nerds. We got this lines out. This lines out. So this is the bicep going like behind the body. Here you can see a little bit of the mouth. Actually, no. Let's keep on with the intake of air here. Right. Oh, yeah. Here's my horrible doodle, but it makes sense to me. Okay, here we go. Let's see how we get. How are we going so far? Okay. So okay, there's going to be a lot of overlapping action with the lips here. But I'm doing it because I find it funny. So here, He finally opens his eyes. So let's get rid of everything. Let's work on this face. So it's actually tilting his head out, but he's like opening his mouth. So we're not gonna see that much of the forehead here. His nose. He's gonna be flaring his nostrils because he's screaming. Actually, now that I think of it, this character has a name. I remember when I was in animation school, I did a guy like stepping on like a banana peel and doing a whirlwind, and he had a fro. It looks kind of like this character, and we call him Chauncey Nims. Yeah, so yeah, he's gonna be Chauncey Nims. He's older now, and he studied kung fu. Wow, dude, like talk about getting a memory out of the wastebasket. That was completely in the back of my mind. Yeah. And it came because we went for coffee and we 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 met a rapper that called himself T Slice, which was very weird because how can you slice tea? Like, that made no sense to me. But yeah, and this is all true. It makes no sense and it might not be funny, but yeah. Chauncey Neems and T Slice. You see, the blur might make more sense now. Let me center the action here. See? Good. Cool. Now let's see the volumes of our here. So the chest is completely tilted to the side here. Let's see more. Something like this. Good. So we got bicep, deltoid, clavicle, trapezius. There you go. We got yeah. A little bit of the deltoid and okay, so normally your elbow should come from this point to the bottom of your rib cage. That's where your elbow should go. So going from that measurement, It's here, so this is over here. Okay. Should look something like this. That will change the line over here. I'm not here. Let's do this here. Start with the all right. There we go. We can put in some teeth here. Yeah. Some people are against like zooming in to your drawings, but it's the same as using a magnifying glass. It's just tools, man. Like, as long as you're drawing it yourself and not using like AI and saying I'm an artist, we're gonna be cool. But tools are there to be used, man. Here we go. So okay, I think this is where we're gonna stop today. So let's see what we've got, and an hour 15 of work. Nice. So on our next jam, we're gonna be reviewing this part of the animation. If you can see, there's a cycle there, right? But there's two cycles happening at the same time. You have the cycle of the head doing the whole like I'm really committed to this punch, and the shaking of the punches. One cycle is a 4 drawing cycle, and the other one is a 6 drawing cycle. And I'll show you how I did that on our next jam, which is going to be next Tuesday. So, all right, guys, thank you for being with me today. Like, it was very, very cool. Corin Kaiserstone. Oh, yeah, I know who he is. Art Roy. Yeah. I know. I've seen his work. It's really good. It's really good. So yeah, guys, tune in on Tuesday. We're gonna be doing the jump in perspective. It's gonna be the next animation class, and we're gonna be jamming on Saturday again on this, and then again on Thursday. So you can see how everything goes with the Animation Dojo intro. Once we're done with this, the jams are gonna be like discussing cool animation features and series. So that's gonna be like the 2-tier part: classes and then fun. So thank you for being with me tonight, and I see you guys next time on the Animation Dojo. I'm not gonna do that. I'm sorry. I apologize for that. But yeah, see you next time, guys.